Interesting mug that you have there, Isaiah. What does it say?
It's I shoot people.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
We're probably gonna get interrupted because my dad's supposed to come pick up my little brother to go shopping. But we'll see.
Back to school shopping.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I wish I had that.
Find the booth.
Isaiah, show him what's up.
We need that sound bar.
I kept playing it. Oh my god. Because all those like guys do that shit.
Yeah. It's just anytime they can use a sound effect.
Use it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Well, welcome back to the podcast, Friendly Disagreements, where we say whatever we want, besides what gets us in trouble with our mom. Now let's talk about the obvious again. I lied to you. And I'm sorry. I told you we were going to be back in our original setup, and we're not. And we're also missing Ariana again. Not my fault. I'll say it's Ariana's fault. It's definitely Ariana's fault, because we even pushed this back. So this episode of the podcast is going to be late. Like it's supposed to be up right now, but we're recording it right now. So it's going to be late. So sorry about that. But we even pushed it back so that Ariana could be back in it, or could be in this episode, because she just got back from her cruise. She was living life.
La vida loca, man.
Yeah. And she came back, and then all of a sudden, we find out that she's going to New Mexico for... What is she even going to New Mexico for? Oh, probably check out her apartment.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Let's not put her information out like that. She's going, she's gone. We won't see her for a little while. I kind of expected this. She's not really good at planning. But anyways.
So we're back here in my dining room. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. I like it.
Yeah.
Great lighting in here.
Yeah, it's not nighttime, it's daytime, so we got some sunlight coming in here. Got that just almost golden hour light coming in through the door. And we live in life. I also feel a lot more professional while drinking coffee during the podcast.
I know it's like 5 p.m. drinking coffee. But who cares, man?
I mean, like, coffee doesn't make me more awake.
It's like a special drink. Just like a sweet drink that you like.
Yeah. Like, I like the way I don't love the way it tastes. Like, I don't drink coffee every day.
No.
But I'll drink it if it's offered, or if I just want it.
No.
I'm not one of those coffee freaks that needs coffee to function.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm really too lazy to like make my own coffee. Because at my job, they have those little, those coffee things, like black coffee, and they have like the cream and sugar and whatnot.
Yeah.
I remember I tried it one day, and I was like, this is just so arduous. I don't want to do this. I'd rather go to Starbucks, and they could just make it for you. I'll pay a couple more bucks for someone to make something good for me, I don't want to make it myself for free. The fuck? What do I look like? I don't even like coffee like that. I'd rather do energy drinks, too. I mean... The only reason why I drink coffee like that is because, first, I just want the energy, and second, it's kind of tasty.
Yeah.
Especially with the caramel or something and chocolate.
I like, I think my favorite's like a caramel macchiato. Yeah. But, I mean, this is a made coffee from a Keurig machine.
Ooh.
You know where I got the Keurig machine?
Where'd you get it from?
I won it at a prom. You know how,
oh!
Yeah.
Really? That's it?
Yeah. That's the one they raffled off. And I won it.
Didn't someone get like a huge TV or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Do you remember who or no?
I don't remember.
Damn.
Someone tried switching the Keurig for, I think it was a mini fridge, but like a mini fridge. And I was like, nah, I'll stay with the Keurig.
Yeah.
Because I have my mini fridge. And it's bigger than that mini fridge. So I was like, nah, I'll stick with this.
I forgot about that. Wow.
Yeah.
You won the...
I'm surprised I won. I don't even know how many times I put my name there. Not a lot, but I got
You could put it more than once?
Yeah.
I'll catch you later. Okay. I'm not petty like that, people. I just wish, I wish I knew. Wish I knew.
But yeah, I won that back in prom. Back in prom. What is it? After prom? Is that what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
After prom.
By the way, go to prom, people. I mean,
At
it's
least
an experience.
once.
Yeah.
You don't go both years.
Yeah, you don't need to go both years. Or even maybe your school doesn't even go both, like junior and senior year. I know some schools only allow seniors to go, like the bigger schools that have a lot more people than 400 kids, like our school. Which we needed the 2 classes to go so it can actually be fun.
No.
Somewhat fun, at least. But bigger schools, maybe it's only the senior class, but just go. Don't stay at home. I mean, even if you're like an introvert, go and experience prom. And if not, you'll probably like end up regretting not going to prom. So just go. The youth. You, the youth. Go to prom.
Speaking of youth.
Oh, it's like I planned that segue or something.
Maybe.
It's like we're trying to be professional or something.
I like it.
But yeah, speaking of youth, it's come to my attention that a lot of, and when I say youth, I guess it still includes us. Almost. We're 20. So we're like exiting that youth generation. I'm talking about like people around the age of 18. That youth area. They just really hate living in Colorado. And just hate Colorado. Which I do not understand. I mean, yeah, Colorado's a small... Denver's a small city and all, but it's not like it sucks.
Mm.
Like, it's not like it's... What's a bad city to live in? That's...
I don't want to like disrespect any city.
Yeah.
I don't know, Cleveland. No one says anything awesome about Cleveland.
Is Cleveland fun?
I don't know.
Any fans from Cleveland?
LeBron's gone. There's no more fans. But yeah, I think what it is that like we don't really have like much culture here or diverse culture at that. We do have culture, but it's not a variety of cultures. It's just like majority of it is what you see from people in Boulder. Like, like people that want to ski and whatnot, do outdoorsy stuff.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, like I guess in terms of arts, like, music, hip hop, even photography, Colorado, I don't think it's not on the map, I'd say. I think that's a good like term for it. It's not on the map for anything. I've noticed it definitely, like when like people, talk stuff about Colorado, like, oh, I hate Colorado, it's so boring here. It's because it's not your taste. You don't really like it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing here for you. But for other people, it's like, oh, amazing. You could hike.
Yeah.
You hike, right?
I do hike. I hiked Pikes Peak. It's a 14er.
You want to brag about that? Yeah. This guy.
We'll save that for a little later in the podcast. We'll come back to that. But yeah, the funny thing is, I noticed this last night in this group chat I'm in for this group. We call ourselves 303 Trending, and the main focus of our group, we just started, and our base is like the models, modeling, and photo shoots. I'm their photographer, And we're called 303 Trending because we want to put Colorado on the map, which I think is funny that the people in this group are saying that Colorado sucks. I mean, you wouldn't expect, it's ironic because you wouldn't expect the people who want to put Colorado on the map to say Colorado sucks. Or maybe you would. That's why they want to put it on the map. Because I think it's true. Like, when people think of Colorado, they think of like, okay, Denver is a small city compared to other cities, other big cities, of course.
Landlocked.
The box state.
Box.
They think of like skiing and like going to Aspen. That one, what's her name? The model. I don't know if she was born and raised in Colorado, but she always comes back to Aspen to ski. She's one of the Victoria's Secret models. Taylor Hill.
Oh. No idea. No idea. I don't follow this. But yeah.
I follow her on Instagram. So I always see when she's back in Colorado. And she helps with Colorado's clout, if I can even say that. Because she always comes back. But so people know Colorado because of skiing. Like I said, I'm in my dining room. My dog was about to bark. But
I'm just waiting right now.
Just wait. Just wait.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. Oh, it's just yawning. I ruined it.
But yeah, Colorado needs to be put on the map. Someone famous needs to come out of Colorado and needs to represent Colorado. Like how, I don't know, who, like Eminem represented Chicago a lot.
Detroit. Detroit.
Detroit. I knew that.
Yeah.
He represented Detroit a lot. I don't know why I said Chicago. Detroit. And he I wouldn't say he put Detroit on the map, but he helped Detroit. Biggie represented New York. XXX represented Florida. Other people like that. So someone needs to come out of Colorado, big and famous, that needs to represent Colorado.
In the hip hop industry. Because I feel like hip hop has a lot of power when it comes to like popularity of a state. Because Drake kind of put Toronto on the map.
Toronto, yeah.
Who else? I mean, LA and New York, they had their own people.
Yeah. LA just has
huge people.
LA is in its different league because there's oversaturation of famous people there.
Yeah. But places like that,
Yeah.
Like we need that. We need more people coming out of Colorado.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
Apparently, some Disney Channel star did come out of Colorado. I think someone said he was on, what's that? Austin Alley? I think that's that show. Or one of the other Disney Channel shows. But apparently he came out of, or maybe it was a girl. I don't remember. They came out of Colorado, but no one knew.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Chauncey Billups came out of Colorado, so.
True. Yeah.
Basketball, but no, nothing for hip hop.
It needs to be either a hip hop artist or a movie star. I feel like
it's just someone. Not really. I don't think movie stars too much because they don't really you don't really connect where they live to who they are now. You think of I don't know, DiCaprio. Where is he from? I don't think about that. But hip hop, even photographers for your situation, because when they do articles and whatnot, they do this LA based rapper or this LA based photographer, or even when you see I see it a lot with Chicago and New York, where they this guy is a Chicago rapper or this guy is from Harlem, that kind of gives you more of a buzz, you know? And people actually go out to those places to get big.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado is one of those places where
What were we just saying before we got rudely interrupted? Um,
Colorado not being the place to
Oh,
blow up.
yeah. Colorado just needs someone. I feel like one person makes it and like actually represents Colorado, then that opens the door for Colorado, or at least Denver, because Denver is not that bad. I mean, there's not the biggest city. There's not a lot of things to do, but still got things to do. I mean, like we have a lot of artists, and when I say artists, I mean like drawers, painters, sculptors, that type of like your classic art. I feel like we have a good art, like it's not art community. That's what art community, because we got like the Santa Fe Art District that do First Fridays, and they have like galleries open, showcasing artists' work. They do like the graffiti chalk, or not graffiti, the chalk walk with the like 3D chalk drawings, painting. I don't know, coloring, whatever it's called. Like I feel like we got a good base for that, but in current society, that's not gonna blow you up. Like if we were back in, I don't know, Van Gogh's time, and painters were big in Denver, then okay.
Oh, that guy from Italy.
Yeah.
That guy's from. Oh, he's Rome. Oh, wow. He's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now in today's art, that kind of art isn't as appreciated anymore. So we need a different way to make Colorado big. And yeah, I guess rappers is a good, or hip hop is a good way to do that. Amazon was thinking of coming here, was thinking of building a second headquarters here.
Did they make their decision?
It was either between here or Seattle or Houston, somewhere in Texas. Houston, Dallas. There's so many cities in Texas. But Denver was on the list, and they did meet with people here to discuss if they were going to build their headquarters here, second headquarters. Which, if they did, I mean that'd be pretty nice. It'll help out a little. I mean, Colorado's already growing. I think.
So we're a good target already.
Yeah, because I think we're probably on the top 10 list for fastest growing states in the United States. Because I can tell you, the traffic here has gotten exponentially worse in the past 7 years. And not gonna lie, it's been since they legalized marijuana that everyone started moving here. Just
Yo, sip your coffee, man.
There's gonna be so many cuts in this episode.
I'm dead.
What were we even saying? Are we still talking about Colorado?
We're still talking about Amazon.
Oh yeah,
Amazon.
Amazon.
Denver.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Colorado growing because of weed. Well, not because of weed, but I'm gonna say there's a good portion of the people coming here are because of weed. Not to smoke it, but to actually grow a business here. Well, to smoke it too, but to grow a business here because Colorado has more dispensaries than Starbucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Or maybe even more than McDonald's.
Nah. McDonald's? Are you serious?
I read something about that.
That's crazy.
McDonald's, or maybe tied with something with McDonald's, but definitely more than Starbucks.
Yeah.
And something else with McDonald's. Maybe not as much McDonald's, but like right under McDonald's in Colorado. But yeah, because being a dispensary owner and operator is a very lucrative business, which is why a lot of people move here. So when I say people moved here because of weed, I don't mean people moved here because they want to smoke it. They do, but some of those people want to actually create a business here because it's very lucrative, extremely. So yeah, a lot of people are moving here. Traffic is sucks. Like none other. He wouldn't know because he doesn't drive. But that's none of my business.
Want to sip your coffee? Hope you choke on it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
There's a reason we call it friendly disagreements.
Because I disagree with almost everything he says. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sometimes it's not friendly. I'm kidding. It's always friendly.
Well, if Ariana was here, it wouldn't be friendly.
It would escalate.
Yeah.
A lot. I think she brings out the evil in me. She brings out the ugly in me. You know, I get angry. I get, God doesn't like ugly. He doesn't like angry. So, I can see that. But yeah.
So yeah, Colorado needs to be put on the map. Besides, because of weed.
And I feel like we gotta tie that in back with the youth in Colorado.
Oh yeah,
I feel like we've well, not like, I guess we're kind of out of the loop with the youth, but like I feel like we don't. The youth doesn't have any more hope for Colorado. I mean, the people that you're with now doing photography, those are the people that like. I mean, that type of mentality that they have should be the mentality like that a lot of people should have, and a lot of the youth should have in Colorado. But it's kind of like, if you want to be big, go somewhere else. There's no hope here.
Yeah, I feel like social media is a huge influence on that too.
Oh yeah.
Because people in Colorado, they see like all these people in Miami, New York, Los Angeles having so much fun, like going out doing stuff, and then they see Snapchats of people in Colorado and they're just at home watching Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I feel social media does have a huge influence on that as well. And since this is the generation that has grown up with social media all their life, they've been influenced by that all their life. So from the start, they're like, wow, why can't Colorado be like that? Why can't Denver be like that? And I feel like because Colorado, from an adult perspective, I wouldn't consider myself an adult yet, but I can see from an adult perspective, Colorado is a great place to live because we got a good housing market. From what I hear, I don't actually know.
It's pretty expensive.
Well, now because so many people are living here, and they're building so many apartments. Like literally, if there's a open space for apartments, they will build apartments. It doesn't matter that it's in the middle of other like actual houses or with other apartments. They will build apartments.
They will tear down a retirement home. They will tear down a whole retirement home to build apartments.
Yep.
Kick all those nice old people out.
Yep.
Oh. I met Vera again.
You did?
Yeah. At my job. She
lives there now?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Vera's one of the old people I used to talk to back during my high school days.
Yeah, the reason we bring this up because we had a internship, if you want to call it that. It was supposed to be an internship, but
volunteering.
It was more volunteering at literally a block over from our high school at the retirement home. And now that's what we were talking about. They demolished it, and now they're building apartments there. And I remember it was such a big thing with these old people because they had to find a new place to live. Like they had maybe, was it like 6 months notice or less even?
Yeah, they didn't have much time.
Yeah, they did not have much time to find a new place to live. And the sad thing is, some of these people, like their family left them here or there, so they're by themselves, and now they gotta find a new place to live by themselves. And the staff there wasn't the best.
It's depressing there.
It was very depressing. So maybe in the end, like maybe it was a better option, but to like move on to new places. But it's still sad that they did that to build more apartments. Literally apartments everywhere. But Vera,
One of, yeah.
she was at that place and she was great. She would always talk to us, sometimes for a very long time. But she's great. She's a 10 out of 10 person.
Long story short, she left, and we didn't like really reconnect with her. And then I work at another retirement home location, or more of senior living home.
He actually works there now, not volunteering.
Yeah, and there's another location, and we met each other again, and she remembers me.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I love it. So yeah, so that's just a little segue there, but
yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Shout out Vera.
yeah. But yeah, anyways, so
we
yeah.
digress.
Yeah.
The youth.
The youth. What can we say about the youth? The youth, Isaiah. The youth. I
feel
don't really think about this too much, to be honest with you. I've heard a lot of people like talk stuff about Colorado, saying there's nothing here for us. If you go to these states, you're gonna have so much more of a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
But the people that usually tell me that type of stuff are like people who want to like dive in more into like arts and stuff. But in terms of like having a job, or not having a job, but having a just not a crazy job.
Yeah.
Just having just a normal life.
Yeah.
Colorado's the place.
Yeah. Like that. I don't know what else to call it. That adult perspective. Because I would not consider myself an adult, so I'm just thinking from an adult perspective. I feel like from that perspective, like Colorado's a great place to live. But from that youth perspective, growing up with social media, showing off all these other places and how much fun these other places have, Colorado sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
people don't travel to Colorado.
Like 3 out of 10 would not recommend.
Unless it's in like the winter time.
Then people come here for skiing.
Besides that,
and we even have the X Games here. X Games in Aspen, which I would love to go to actually. But other than that,
that's cool.
Yeah,
I fuck with Colorado.
Yeah, I live here all my life. There's not other places where I would see myself living. I just love the mountains a lot. I feel like that also is a big part of it. If you're not a big nature person, then you might think there's not a lot of things to do here. But I mean, we got the freaking Rocky Mountains as our backyard.
It's a nice horizon to look at.
Yeah. And just out in the distance right there, all by itself, is Pikes Peak. And guess what?
I swear to God, if you say that you hiked it,
I was on top of that. I was on top of that mountain right there. I conquered that mountain. Yeah. I was on top.
You were on top of the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
What did you do with that mountain?
I climbed that like no other.
Wow, this guy.
Well, to give you some perspective, a marathon is 26 miles. So the people who run marathons run for 26 miles. And Pikes Peak, to hike up Pikes Peak and then to hike back down, it's 13 miles up, 13 miles down. 13 plus 13, goddamn 21. That just reminded me of a video. But anyways, it's 26, just in case I'm not actually dumb. It's 26. Yeah. So you hike a marathon. We got there at 4:30 in the morning. I got to the top at noon. And then everyone else trickled. There's 5 of us. Everyone else trickled in like 12:15, 12:45, 1, 3. And then we all came back. Well, besides 2 of us, they hitchhiked down because of other reasons. But 3 of us went back down. I got down at 7. They got down at 7:30. So from 4:30 to 7:30. That's all day hiking. We also took a nap at the top because they got this shop at the top. Those donuts at the top, they're good donuts.
There?
Yeah.
Wow.
They make them at that altitude, and it's 14,000 feet, which is why they're called 14ers, just in case you didn't know. But they make them at that elevation, and if you bring them down to like regular elevation, like down to here, they like, I think they like shrink or something like that because they're made at that elevation, or maybe they some scientific thing, which I don't know about. And those donuts, they're good donuts, but when you hike up there, those donuts taste 10 times better. Also, they have hamburgers and other stuff up there, and they're average hamburgers, like on a regular day. But when you hike, those are the best hamburgers you will have, because they're like the only thing up there. If you bring your own food, but then you still got that to eat up there. It's great. It's great. I would recommend everyone to go hike a 14er. Maybe not that one, because that one does take a lot of time. There's other 14ers that you can hike. But yeah, that goes back to these youth ain't nature people. Apparently.
I feel so old.
I know.
These youngins, these whippersnappers. With their Game Boys and their Twitter, their Instagram.
I feel like our generation, as in like maybe from 19 to 24, is like a weird.
We have a good, like, I guess.
A weird in between.
Good exposure to like the 1990s and what's going on now.
Yeah.
We're in it. Like, we know what's up.
Yeah.
You know, we know how to use technology.
Yeah.
Like,
and we're also seeing, and then we're also seeing the effects of technology.
Yeah.
So like, if you were born between 96 and maybe 2001, you really saw that change, that shift in society and culture with technology. I think about it.
That's really fast shift.
Yeah.
You remember the computers they used to have?
Yes. I was in 8th grade and we had, or maybe it wasn't even 8th grade. Maybe it was like 6th or 7th grade. But in our library, we had those Mac computers. And it wasn't like the Macs we have now, obviously. It was like the big screen and then like the oval back.
The huge peanut head at the back.
Yeah. And they were like, and they were like blue or whatever.
They're
not
like
not all blue, but like they had a blue part with it was kind of see through.
Yeah.
Like those used to be our computers, and we had I had tons of fun on them.
Remember what's it called? What was that one website? Cool Math Games.
I think yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the actual name of the thing, but that used to be
yeah. And then now, most people just have their laptops, and those laptops are probably as fast as those computers back in the day.
Honestly, probably way faster.
Oh yeah,
Faster.
Way faster, way more storage. Technology just advanced like exponentially.
Like in the past 50 years, it's like whoa.
Yeah.
Holy.
If you look now, obviously we don't live up to the expectations of technology advancing that fast, where we have flying cars, which everyone assumed we were going to have by now, which they kind of do. Did you see?
Airplane thing.
Yeah, Casey Neistat actually wrote it. That's how I found out about it. But it's like they call it like a drone, so that they can actually have FAA, or what's the FCC, the people who tell you where you can fly, where you can't fly, what can fly. Those people, FCC, I'm pretty sure.
FCC, I think, is with what do you call it? Bleeping stuff on TV and stuff.
FCA, whoever, the federal policy people, just so they're allowed to fly it, because they can't call it a flying car, I don't think. But he drove it. He flew it. I don't know.
He flew it.
He
Flove.
Fluoro.
He operated the vehicle.
And I mean, like, technically it's a mini airplane / flying car, which is pretty cool. So we're getting there. We're getting to the flying cars. And I'm just hyped about hoverboards whenever we get those. I just hope I'm not too old and I can't get on a hoverboard. And not like those hoverboards that we had with the wheels.
That's not hoverboard.
Those aren't hoverboards. I'm talking about the hoverboards that we saw in Back to the Future 2, Back to the Future 1. Those are sick. Those are the hoverboards I want. They even had the hover scooters.
I won't use them. I won't get one for myself. They're gonna be expensive first off.
Oh, well, yeah.
But I probably won't get one for myself. I never really messed with like bikes and skateboards and stuff like that. So it's like, eh. But like to use one is, the hype with hoverboards.
Yeah.
Like I'd love to ride like just ride it once and be like, all right, I did it. I did. I think that's how I'm gonna feel with hoverboards. Like when it actually comes out.
Mm. I'm looking to you, Elon Musk. I believe you can make a hoverboard. You have a car in space.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He has a Tesla in space.
Oh, but it's not like a flying car.
Oh, no. He just put a Tesla in space.
Wow. What? Wow, that's stupid.
I think it's supposed to go somewhere.
I guess he's probably testing.
He's doing something.
How it like the effects of space.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a car in space. Elon Musk, he's going to go down in history books as one of the most greatest people to advance us in technology.
It's going to be one of the greats. Him and what's his name? Zuckerberg? I don't think they like each other.
But I've also heard no one likes Zuckerberg.
No one? I mean,
he created have you seen the Facebook movie? I forgot. Social Network?
Is that with Andy Samberg or something?
Yeah, the guy from Zombieland.
Yeah.
I've only seen bits and pieces from it, but like no one really. He worked on it all the time and is a computer science major, but like people in real life say he's kind of dick or something. People just don't.
I thought that was Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was the asshole. And then Mark Zuckerberg, I don't think there's any like bad stuff about him, except that he's weird when they like confronted him about that Facebook scandal. In that interview he had like in court or something.
I don't know, but
I think it's Steve Jobs that's the asshole.
Either way, I don't know if Zuckerberg will go. He's definitely not will be remembered as Elon Musk. But like I think Elon Musk is going to be just as remembered as like Stephen Hawkins.
Hawking? You had it right.
No, it's Hawkins.
No, Stephen Hawking.
There's definitely an S at the end of his last name. The
physicist.
Right? Yeah.
Stephen Hawking.
Oh wait.
I did a report on him. It's Hawking. It's Hawking.
Okay, maybe it is.
Yeah.
That amazes me though, how he was in a wheelchair, like had a disability, but he's still smart. He was still smart as full. Like
smart. I mean, I kind of thought about it. I don't want to be like an asshole about this, but like if you're in that position and you can't do much, I feel like you think about a lot of stuff in your head, right? I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah.
If if I'm immobile and I just sit in my bed a lot, and I can't like really like watch TV or something like by myself, I think about a lot of stuff, and I think a good use of your like time and knowledge is exactly what Stephen Hawking did.
But with that, he also still had to be. He still had to be a genius because you can think about black holes, but
he made hella breakthroughs.
But you have to be a genius to think about black holes and what they do. Because what is the theory he came up with? I bring up black holes because it has to do something with black holes.
think it has to do with
well, when two black holes
like warp or
combine.
something.
I think it's when two black holes combine. What's the? I forget the name of the theory
I
he's
think
most
he talks
famous
about
for.
wormholes or something.
Well, they say that if you go through a black hole, that's going through a wormhole.
I think that might be it.
I don't know.
I didn't look too much into his stuff. I just talked about his life.
Yeah, but he's a genius for thinking of something like that. Like, he's the Isaac Newton of our time. Because I would feel like living back in Newton's time, when he's thinking of all these crazy physics ideas, you're like, whoa, either this guy is super crazy or super smart. And now he's super smart. And now we're like living in a time where, well, when Hawking was alive, like he was like that guy. Like, he's either crazy or super smart. And he was super smart.
Extremely.
He thought about space in a different way. I had this conversation with someone the other day. When you think about space, they say space is infinitely expanding into infinite nothingness. Like, when you think about that statement, we can't even comprehend what infinity means. Like, infinity, our mind cannot comprehend infinity. Yeah, we can draw a little figure eight to represent infinity, but we still cannot comprehend what infinity is. And to think that something is infinitely spreading into infinite nothingness, well, you put two infinites together, you explode your mind, because
To divide by 0.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And there's no edge of the universe. It just keeps going and going and going forever. That's why when people say aliens don't exist, it's like, really though? Really though? Like, how in this big, vast, empty infiniteness of space, there's not one other single life form besides the anomaly of Earth?
Yeah.
Like,
It's really hard to believe that there are no other species.
so yeah, that's just crazy. Infinite. Like, there's no way there's not another life form out there. I don't believe it. I believe that there is another life form out there. They just found out that there was a lake on Mars, or that there is a lake on Mars under the ice on the South Pole. Which is obviously a huge thing, because that means Mars can support life, which that means
To a degree.
Yeah. Which means that in the very far future, we could be living on Mars, which would mean that we would evolve, if that's a thing. We would evolve to be able to live on Mars without any extra life support, because we would evolve to be able to live in the harsh conditions of Mars, but now those harsh conditions are regular conditions for those people who evolved, but then Earth would be considered harsh conditions for Mars-born people. Can you think about that? People who are born on Mars.
How's the citizenship situation? They're not allowed on Earth? Like, you just can't come? Or are they just allowed everywhere? I guess it depends on which nation they come from, I guess. Oh, we come from Russia. Russia citizenship and Mars citizenship. Oh.
Like,
this is stuff I think
talk about
everyone.
talking about dual citizenship.
Yeah.
We got world dual citizenship. We come from Earth and Mars.
Mars, bitches.
Like, that's, and then obviously that's going to leave, because humans are humans, so that's going to lead to, oh, who gets more land on Mars? Oh, what if Mars wants to be its own separate planet? So then we get, instead of world wars, we get actual world wars.
Are you ready for a war on Mars?
Like, how
Science fiction turned
Comes
to
to life.
reality.
freaking lasers shooting everywhere, Star Wars type ships in space. That's a real,
Combat training and like anti-gravity chambers.
like, that's gonna be a real thing.
This slow motion.
I don't know if it's that slow motion, but
It has to be. You seen space? You can't speed that shit up.
well,
Unless
we've
you get
seen
hit hard as fuck. Dude.
I mean, we've seen space on what it looks like on the moon, but what does it look like when we land on Mars? Like, are we actually that slow? Because Mars
I was
is,
thinking like in space, not like literally. But yeah, on Mars.
well, you wouldn't be
Gravity.
fist fighting someone floating in space.
Anything can
'Cause
happen
if
in a
you-
war, man.
'cause if-
Anything can happen. I'm
Because
telling
if
you.
you're fist fighting in space, well, you're both doomed. Because your momentum, if you hit someone, that same momentum, equal and opposite reaction, Newton's first law, just in case.
What if you grab that dude right before you like, and he like comes back and you just grab each other?
Well, either
I
way,
can
your
see a
momentum.
full fight happening in space.
Either way, if you're fighting in space, you're both doomed because your momentum is gonna push you away eventually, and then you're screwed.
I mean, what if you got like your homies, like not your homies, you're like I don't know,
Comrades.
your comrades, yeah, like having you by like rope and stuff, and be like, you know how you fly a kite? Like, oh, get him! He's just pushing back out like a yo-yo.
Oh, that'd be interesting to see.
I'm gonna let you know now. I don't mind whooping some ass in space. I will be the first person to knock someone out in space. I will be the first person. My name will be in the record books.
First person to knock out a person in space, Angel Seraphil.
I'm gonna have my astronaut suit like.
I mean, we're not even gonna be alive at that point, which is sad to think about.
I mean, we're gonna be old. Think about you think about how fast technology is like going, it's only gonna go faster.
Okay, well, we're gonna be too old to actually be in space.
Oh, that's true.
We're definitely gonna be too old to be on Mars, but I mean, we could still go in space. There's people trying to like make cruises in space. Obviously, that's gonna be
Wally. I hate you. I feel we're just ripping people off now.
Obviously, that's going to be literally your life savings plus some to even go on that.
Put mortgage on that trip.
Literally your whole life on that trip. But I mean, you're cruising in space, or not in space, but orbiting Earth. That'd be crazy to do that. I want to go to space. If I ever get the opportunity, I will go to space. I want to.
I don't really care right now, but like, I mean, I just thought about it in like the past 5 minutes. Like, I really want to knock someone out in space. Like, if I go with you, please don't feel bad if I sucker punch you. I'm kidding. I'm not out for heads, but yeah, that would be something interesting.
Yeah, space is amazing.
The final frontier, man.
Yeah. Well, that and the ocean. I feel like we know more about space.
I can't do the ocean. I think I'm gonna get weirded out in the ocean.
I can't do the ocean either.
It seems like the deeper you go, the scarier the animals are.
There's a freaking dinosaur down there, and we never know it. Because I feel like we know more about space than we do about the ocean. Like, our planet is mostly water, and we know nothing about it.
I think that's proven. Yeah. We know more about space than the ocean.
Yeah. Which, when you think about it, what? We know more about other places than we do about our own planet where we're living on right now.
No.
That's crazy.
I know what's holding us back. I think it's the technology.
I mean, yeah, it's
like,
extremely hard, to search or to explore every square inch of the ocean. And then even then we can't even go that deep, because then, one, there's no light down there. Two, the pressure is just gonna compress us and we die.
It's from what I've seen in the movies. Just like,
I mean, that take extreme amounts of pressure.
yeah.
I mean, that's what happens to your ears when you're in the pool and then you come up too fast. There's pressure in your ears, and that's just from coming up from a pool. Imagine doing that from the bottom of the ocean.
It's going all the way up.
Yeah, I saw a picture where they
Your
inverted.
head will blow up.
Maybe. Yeah, because your blood is like rushing all over the place, and yeah, you might blow up, implode. But yeah, I saw a picture where it wasn't even the deepest part of the ocean, but they showed how if the world's tallest building was like as tall or as deep as the ocean, it's still not even at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Like, it's still maybe a mile farther down than that or something like that. That is crazy.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's down there. I just thought about this. There's probably dinosaur fossils at the bottom that we've never seen. Like from a dinosaur we've never seen before. There's freaking the Loch Ness Monster down there. Or Bones the Loch Ness Monster.
Honestly, yeah.
That's crazy.
I wonder what they're doing now. If there's been any breakthroughs.
Who knows?
Interesting.
But at this point, I feel like most people are like, they want to explore space more than they want to explore the ocean.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, space, it's easier because you have the tools already. You just need, like, to get it done and stuff. I feel like it's more achievable than ocean, right, at the moment. But then again, I'm not too informed on, like, what they're doing right now to explore more about the ocean. But like space, it kind of got a lot of hype with what do you call it? They had like a arms race or whatever, or a space race between like U.S. and Russia.
When they're racing for who's the first on Mars, or not Mars,
on the moon.
Moon.
Yeah. So I think like off that hype, like it's just gonna keep on going. Like
I bet there's gonna be another space race to who lands on Mars first.
Probably.
I wonder how long it takes to get to Mars. A couple months, or I think a couple months.
I think so.
With our current like speed of a spaceship, like we ain't going light speed. Which, when you think about it, in the movie, like specifically Star Wars, obviously, because they do go into light speed, but time doesn't change according to the theory of relativity, Einstein. If you're in light speed, like 2 minutes for you going through light speed is a couple years everywhere else.
Oh, so that's the whole Star Wars?
But in Star Wars, the time doesn't change. Like, the same time as when you went into light speed is the same time you come out.
Which is not true.
Well, it's a theory. Yeah. Theory of relativity. So it's kind of hard to prove because obviously we don't have the technology to go into light speed.
Yeah.
But if it's true, like, that'd be crazy. Like, let's say if we're trying to...
I don't want to do light speed then.
I know, because, like,
speed,
what if you're trying to... I bet some people would, because...
Miss the birth of your child?
Or miss literally the whole life of your child and them dying out. Like, you could be... Yeah, because you could be traveling to a different planet, like, way out there. Like, we find the best planet that's, like, exactly like Earth, can sustain life, but it's way out there. Yeah. We light speed, and we're in light speed for maybe a month. That could be, like, 5 generations on Earth. That's crazy.
No, I'm not.
I wouldn't do light speed.
I'm not doing it. Yeah.
Because you're literally missing. Yeah, I can't do it. No. That's crazy. That is crazy.
All right, so I think this is a good place to stop here.
Yeah. The camera's also about to die, so
Oh shit.
good timing.
So yeah, what do you guys think? Are aliens real? I think there's something out there that we haven't discovered yet, or they're trying to discover us at the same time.
Because I mean,
If they are that advanced.
there can be any life form out there, not just like specifically your classic aliens. It could be like bacteria or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, aliens exist. Think about space and try not to explode your head thinking about it too much. Cause damn, space.
That's big. Space is big.
It's big.
Pretty big.
It's big, and we're floating in that big empty space.
It's pretty big.
Woo!
I'm like,
Yeah, it's like it's big.
you don't believe me? Just Google.
Google space. How big is space?
That's what it's doing right now. We're probably somewhere.
We're like a microscopic.
I don't think it's even microscopic. I think
Smaller
we need
than-
something
Yeah,
something crazy. If there's,
the size of an atom, and
I think it's like less than an atom.
probably
Yeah. But yeah,
mind blown. Hopefully your mind was blown this episode too. Crazy stuff in this episode.
you need to put hella visuals just to have people just like think about it.
But yeah, that'll do it for this episode. So literally, as I was seeing the outro, the camera dies. So I had to go get the new camera battery just to say the outro. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope your mind was blown. If it was, leave some comments down below what the mind-blowing idea was of this episode. Because we had some good conversation today. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. And this is episode 4. So we're getting somewhere.
It's a process.
Yeah. So like I said, hopefully the next episode will be in our original setup with our whole cast. We were also supposed to have a guest in this episode, but it didn't happen. So we will eventually be having guests on here, and it'll be more fun. Always tons of fun. But that's it for this episode. I've said that like 3 times now. We'll see you on the next one.
That's it for this episode.
Oh, I forgot to. This is your host, Isaiah Sisevis, with my co-host, Angel Sarafo, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.